Hello collectors, today I'm going to be talking about how gammas ruined Loomian Legacy, and to fully understand how they ruined Loomian Legacy, we need to go back into 2019. So in 2019, trading, we really just had alphas, and like the Sauchi, we had like the Halloween, Slugling, and those guys weren't really that valuable. You can maybe get one for like an alpha or two. That's pretty much what I paid for mine, which I still have some of them. I gave a lot away to my friends too because they weren't that valuable, so it wasn't like you were really losing anything. With the Halloween, or not the Halloween, sorry, the Xmas Dragoon was decently valuable. There's a couple alphas, as I remember, but even then that wasn't too bad considering alphas were a 1 in 4,000 chance if you had the Gleamed boost, or not the Gleamed boost, sorry, the 1 in 4,000 chance of nothing, and then it dropped down when you had like the Roam Charm and stuff. So basically, the normal person could get their alphas, right? I can go ahead and I can just spend. I mean, if you have no charm, you can maybe spend like a week and get an alpha, just playing normally. If you play a bit more than normal. But basically, the alphas were the currency in a sense. Even then, there wasn't any like set price tags. Just alphas were the one that was like the currency because they're so easy to get, or they were or the rarest thing. But they're still easy to get. But in 2019, the Xmas event, some traders established a gleaming light blue EC system. It didn't really live long because of the next system that came along. But a gleam room was worth about 4 of the light blue EC ghouls. So they started putting a price tag on Loomians, which is a big issue. Causes this whole chain, ruins trading, ruins everything for the normal player. So back in 2020, the mastery update basically meant that there was something rare to get than just alpha Loomians, and that's gamma Loomians. And it quickly became the new currency, with one gamma being pretty much a system, so one gamma's worth 10 alphas. One Gleam Roam is worth about 50 gammas, so that means one Gleam Roam is worth about, doing quick math, about 500 alphas. So basically, that means everyone got pretty much reset, because even then, nobody had like a ton of alphas. It's pretty much just you had a couple alphas, and that was able to pretty much get you anything you would have wanted besides alpha roamings. Those, as I remember, were pretty untouchable, even though there wasn't really any price tag set on them. Just most people didn't really want to trade because, guys, look at my alpha Dusket, look at my alpha Ikazune. It was the ultimate flex, and people really liked it for that. But in 2020, the mastery update, like I said, came out. Gammas replaced everything. Gleam Roams became like the new expensive currency. But the alphas, like I said, they used to have a lot of pull, and the new currency system saw players basically get reset. Gleam Roams started becoming the new price tag for expensive items, similar to how we say like 5k instead of $5,000. It's just simpler to say 5k, and it sounds nicer. Just pretend 5k and 5,000. 5,000's individual, 5k is just 5 items. That was the closest I can think of off the top of my head. So basically, gammas. The issue with the gammas is the fact that they're so rare. They're 1 in 20,000 chance with no charm, and you have to get the mastery for the Loomian, which some of them are very tedious. For a normal player who doesn't have the rally charm, you're going to have to spend so much time getting 50 rallies with only 3 rally slots. Same for like getting critical hits and stuff. It's just a nightmare. Very, very, very tedious. The normal player is not going to go out of their way to do masteries. That's why you see some people with such high masteries, and then you see people with like 20. And you'll continue seeing this because masteries are very tedious and there's little to no reward. That's what general public knows. So the traders basically having or the big traders now, they had a little plan. They were going to do a little bit of no lifing, as a normal person like me or you would say. They decided they're going to get multiple laptops, multiple tablets. Laptops aren't even that expensive if you get old ones. Basically, multiple accounts to start grinding for these gammas, these event rares and stuff. I decided, you know what, I'm going to spend thousands of dollars on boost tokens. How do I know this number? Because someone just casually mentioned they spent like $1,000 on a Loomian Legacy event. Meanwhile, I'm out here feeling bad because I spent $100 on Pokemon Platinum for the DS. But yeah, so these people are willing to drop a lot of time and a lot of money to get these gammas, and that means a lot of gammas quickly flood in the market, but not in the hands of the general public, but rather in the hands of the people willing to shell out the money. And because these guys had plenty of gammas to spend, they were willing to throw out gammas to basically get rare items, such as the Grinch was what he's like 50 GR. That's like what 2,500 gammas off the top of my head if I did my math right. Which, considering even then, that's a ton of gammas, even for these guys. But they can certainly get some gleam rooms. And that's where it makes their job a little bit easier. But back off what I was saying, they're able to use these gammas to basically get a bunch of items. So that's your gleamy Ghouls. And nowadays, the 2019 Ghouls are insane in value. They're able to get other Loomians like Gleam Roams too. Gleam Roams were pretty wanted, and even are now. But all these gamma guys, they started converting their stuff into some really, really rare shit. And because the market was insane with all these gamma guys flooding the prices, everything shot up in value because these guys are competing with themselves. They want all these rare stuff, and there's only so many of them. Because in 2019, we didn't have people just endlessly grinding for them, besides the YouTubers. And a lot of people just pull it up to their streams and watch it, because it's more entertaining to watch someone waste their life than it is to waste your life yourself. So basically, all these guys are hunting for small items, and this happens to this day. So in this case, if we're looking for 2020, which is more recent, or pretty recent, Halloween Dusket. It happened a lot in 2021, people buying up all the Halloween Duskets, and the price shot up. A Halloween Dusket now is about like 2 to 3 gammas. It happened a little bit with Ikazune. I didn't notice it as much, but to be fair, I wasn't really in the trade resort as much, mainly because I don't like this new system of trading. But basically, all these event roams are being bought up, especially the gleaming versions. People are stockpiling them, waiting until they become more scarce. But because people are stockpiling them, they're trying to buy as much Halloween Duskets as they can, naturally making the supply more scarce, because then they're not willing to trade it unless they get a huge profit, and it's just skyrocketing the price of these Loomians. Happened with the Grinch, happened with 2019 Gleaming Ghouls, will continue to happen, will never stop happening. Mainly because these guys are willing to spend thousands of dollars and thousands of hours playing Loomian Legacy on multiple accounts. So you convert the gammas to the alphas for a Grinch. That's about what 2,500 I think gammas is what I said. That's like doing quick math, 25,000 alphas for a Grinch, which is just a gleaming holiday Ragoon. If you don't know what the Grinch is, basically just looks like the Grinch instead of Santa. But coming from times where you can get most rare items with a couple alphas, which even then, like I said, they're fairly rare, but anybody can attain them. They're not too difficult to obtain. But coming to a time where you can get most rare items with it, it's really disheartening to see the trading community fall to the hyperinflation of today's market. And that's how I feel about it, honestly. I did this with kind of half a script. Let me know how you think of this, because I just bullet pointed everything. There's really not much else for me to talk about. Thank you to Guy for giving me this idea. I was watching his video on why the trading community sucks, and it gave me the push I needed to fully formulate my opinion on this, because I felt this in a sense about the trading community for a while. But I was missing that link or that push to like fully understand why I strongly dislike the trading community, and really formulate a full opinion on it like this one. So that's pretty much everything I got there. So it'd be nice if you guys subscribed and stuff. I did really like making this video and stuff. That's all I really got to say. Peace.